Lietuvos krepšiniui 90.
Some words. First, thank you to be here. It's very interesting to discuss with you. I want to point some events that I saw in the last week. I was 3 days ago in Ankara for the Paralympic tournament for women. And I am here and I saw that there is a perfect moment between ROC and FIBA staff. Everything is okay. The organization is really very good. And not in addition, but at the beginning, I saw so many very good players for the future here. So it's very important for FIBA to have competition under 17 and under 19. And I hope that many of the players here will be stars tomorrow for sure, as in the past we remember some players like Drazen Petrovic and some other playing this sort of competition. And I'm ready. It's not only just to have, I don't prepare anything about this. And I want to say to you to answer to your question, it's the best thing if you have, and I am ready to answer to every question about basketball if I can.
Translate.
Yes.
Mr. Mainini, I would like to ask a few questions. First question would be about FIBA's relationships with two organizations, let's say FIBA Europe and EuroLeague, two big organizations. We know that it was not simple in the past and there were some difficulties. And what about the situation right now?
About the two organizations, it's a little bit different. First of all, about FIBA Europe. FIBA Europe is part of FIBA. And FIBA Europe receives something like delegation from FIBA to organize basketball in Europe. We are the same family. There is nothing different about this. Maybe some people want to have fight, but we don't like fight. Sports and peace are the same thing. And we prefer to work and to work very hard about whole commercial aspect all around, about to prepare the good player for tomorrow, to prepare new competition, and we have no way to prepare only just fight. We have no interest for this. About EuroLeague, it's a little bit different. As you know, EuroLeague is recognized by FIBA Europe. It's in our rule and in our status. And we discuss also, for FIBA, it's very important to have a strong club competition in Europe. And we discuss many times with EuroLeague, and especially with CEO Jordi Bertomeu. And he thinks that in the future, we can do something really maybe better. And we are also discussing not only just with Europe, we are also discussing with NBA to have in the future a good contract about the new World Cup. And in any case, my point of view and why I'm working, it's to have all the basketball family together, all around the world, not only just in Europe, because FIBA is not only just Europe. You know, here there is a lot of very good teams from the other continent, and today I was surprised also by the level from Egypt, and it's a good news for basketball in the world.
Second question, and maybe the last for me, would be about FIBA's decision to organize London Olympic qualification tournament in Venezuela. There were some discussions in Europe and in Lithuania in particular about this decision. And as far as we know, there were some, let's say, first problems in Venezuela with the Lithuanian national team because they couldn't finish their practice because of military parade or something like that. So how could you explain this decision and what is your opinion about this decision?
I don't prepare anything about this question, but I was sure that there is this question. And here, to be very clear, first, FIBA is international federation, is not only just European federation. As you can see in the main competition and say men's competition and men and women competition. We must divide the competition all over the world. We cannot have all the competition in Europe. This year we have the Paralympic tournament for women. We have also this championship. We have the championship under 17 for girls in Netherlands. We have also the Olympic Games in London, and everything cannot be for an international federation in the same continent in a very small square meter. And it's normal, and the decision of the board was very clear about this, about the central board of FIBA. It was not something like 10 to 11. It was a great majority of the people who want to have a large diversity of basketball, and we want to have basketball more, more universal. And it's very important to play everywhere. And to be very precise about Venezuela, if you have some information from Venezuela yesterday or today, you can understand that they prepare very well this moment. And the gym, if I heard well, is very good. There was a big crowd. There was also good hotels, and there was very good condition for the players. And it's the most important thing for us to have a great tournament for our players. It's the most important thing. And second thing, Venezuela is a merging and growing federation in Americas, and it's also the job from FIBA to help the federation who are growing to be better and better. We must have more concurrency all over the world. In the past, we have, since the beginning of our competition, only just 40 federations who received medal in the main organization like European or Continental Championship, World Championship and Olympic Games. Our goal is to have, when it's possible, maybe 80 federations like this, more professional and growing. I am very happy to be here because I know that in Lithuania, basketball is the first sport. Everybody loves basketball. The organization is always very well. The people are great, and there is no question around this. Nobody wants to diminish the level of the organization in Lithuania, but for international federation, we must work everywhere, all over the world.
Well, to your opinion, who would be the favorites of this World Championship U17 in Lithuania? The favorites.
I think I don't saw all the teams because I just arrived the day before yesterday, and I saw only just half game. And what I saw here, I saw a lot of very good players, but always I think there is a good American team for sure. But there is not only just American. What I saw is very, very interesting. There is a lot of very good players for tomorrow, certainly. When I saw just now good players in Australian team, but also two very good players for the future, certainly in the team of Egypt. And I was very impressed by the playmaker of Argentina before. He's also a very great player. And I think there is a lot of very good players all over the world, and we must work for this. Basketball is a team sport, but we must also promote stars. And we have some stars here for the future, certainly. I'm sure that a lot of players in this generation will be drafted in NBA or something like this in the very close future.
Any sentiments to France team? Any sentiments to France team?
I don't saw the French team playing. And I'm no more French president for 2 years now. And I don't know all these players, some of them, but a few. And I think, as always, the French team is a little, comment on dit, toujours un peu en retard sur la préparation, sur la croissance des joueurs.
Is a bit sort of behind, you know, with the growth of the players, the emergence of the players through the ranks.
They merge always a little earlier, no, a little later, higher than the other nations. And I think there is some good player for the future, but not for now. For me, it's very important to be here and to be in a good cycle for the preparation of the team. We are not working only just to have good youth, good young player in youth category. We want to have good senior players. It's a very important thing.
Thank you.
I am leaving tomorrow morning very early because I am going to Caracas and through Frankfurt because I want to show exactly where the basketball is doing. And I know that everybody think and was talking not so good in Europe about Venezuela. I was 2 times in Venezuela before this tournament. We are very close to the organizers. We are close with the lock, like here. And I think there is no problem, but I must be here. If there is some complaints from the nation, I'm the president, I'm responsible for the choice. No problem.
Yeah. What do you think about David Stern initiative to set the limit for the players, to set the age limit for the players at the Olympics?
I heard very well. First of all, I am a very good friend with David Stern for a long time. And first of all, I think David is talking not only just for us, he's always talking for his owners, for the owners of the NBA team. And the owners of the NBA team don't like to have especially European players playing in the FIBA competition during summer because they think they must have rest and something like this. And I heard exactly what say somebody like Mark Cuban and some others, and owner of New York Knicks, and they say they can organize by themselves competition during summer with their player because they think they are their player. They forget that the player were
yeah, they were sort of put into the system.
Yes, put in the system in Europe because a lot of good players were in Lithuania, in Spain, in France, in Germany. I think in Germany basketball will be not exactly what it is now if there is no guys as Nowitzki. And okay, but Nowitzki is learning basketball in Germany, not in the US. And I think we must work around this. But 23 years old, it's not completely news because good news because before, I don't know if I remember well, 1987, before the agreement between NBA and FIBA, the professional cannot play in our competition, and also IOC have no professional player. It's starting in Barcelona with the Dream Team. And I think we saw exactly what happened after the Dream Team playing in Barcelona. It was a great moment for basketball, not only just in Europe, everywhere in the world.
Lietuvos krepšiniui 90.